Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, y'all. Ooh, what are we here today to do, honey? Today is 9/11, a very solemn day. Please remember those who lost their lives back in 9/11. I think over 20, it was 20 years ago, at least 23, 24 years ago. Ooh, but we are here, baby. We are here to recap episode number 126 for what, Auntie? For Beyond the Gates. First of all, I want to welcome our new rascals to the film. Hey, y'all, what's the tea? What y'all doing coming up in here is listening to your auntie. Y'all like all this cussing and shit. Yeah, honey, that's what we do here. So, yeah, welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for so much love and comments, honey. We are working on the front porch. It's coming. It's coming. For those of you who don't know, I'm in a play, so we have rehearsals this week and we open up next Friday. So a lot of my shows are late. I mean, rehearsals are late, so I'm trying to squeeze in what I can get in. So I'm a day behind when it comes to my Beyond the Gates recaps, but we're gonna try to do this every day, okay? So anyway, how y'all doing? I'm doing all right. I mean, a lot has happened within the last 24 hours, but we don't talk about that over here at all. We have a good time. We bring joy. We bring cussing. We bring family. We bring all of that because we already got a lot of shit going on in our personal life. You ain't gonna hear that over here, honey. We're gonna escape it for at least an hour to an hour and a half when it comes to this particular part of the universe on YouTube. Okay. So what else I was going to say? Oh, I mentioned about the front porch. For those of you all who don't know about the front porch, it is a video series that I created. If you want to look at my playlist, they're all right there, honey. I created this series because I would go to people's videos, especially talking about Beyond the Gates, because I am a fan. I took a picture with one of the articulates about maybe a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to be on the show. I mean, it's out there. I am definitely trying to be on the show, and so I like to see other content creators who are out there talking about it. So they'll tell you to go ahead and comment below, and then when you comment below, don't nobody say nothing. No, the people who put the video out there don't say shit. So I decided to go ahead and do a video series called Front Porch because we just sit on the front porch talking, yipping and yapping about the show, about the characters. We give our concepts about what might happen. We even make up shit because half the time I'll be wrong about a lot of shit. I saw somebody was like said, Auntie, I think that Kobe has lupus, not sickle cell. Let me go ahead and put that disclaimer out here, y'all. Thank you, baby. I don't know what your name is, but I will be reading your comment definitely on the front porch. But thank you for that, honey. I'm so sorry that I gave her the wrong diagnosis. That's why I ain't got the DR behind my name or MD, whatever. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I make a lot of mistakes talking, but that's what getting old happens to you, honey. I'll be 55 next year. And so I'm just about having a good time. And sometimes Auntie gets corrected, but I don't mind. I own my shit when I make a mistake. I really do in personal life, in my professional life, and here on the front porch, honey. And that's what we do. We make up shit. We be sipping some shit, and then we say the wrong shit all the time. We predict wrong and everything. That's why I love it, and I love y'all. So the front porch is where I did the video series about, to read you guys' comment because the content is in the comments. So I just go ahead and read it out loud, made a whole video series about it, and I respond to you. No, I don't type. I just talk. And it makes me laugh. And y'all will hear how much of a key that I get from you guys' comments. So a lot of times I don't peek. But I did take a peek about that between rehearsals time last night. So I wanted to go ahead and mention that. So thank you. I will definitely address you by name in my next video. But thank you, my love. I appreciate you. And welcome. I think you're a new rascal too. Welcome, honey, to the world of the big rascals. We ain't the little rascals over here, baby. We are the big rascals. Okay. Enough with these yipping and yapping, baby. For these church announcements. I've been talking for almost 5 minutes. So come on, Shaw. Oh, another thing, honey, I cuss. It ain't just a little cussing, it's big cussing. Remember, we the big rascals over here. So if you don't like no cussing, baby, you can go on and traipse your ass over there to somebody else's channel who might sprinkle a here and there, or they might not cuss at all. But I cuss. Right? All right. All right, let's go ahead and open up this scene. I ain't done this a long time. Open up that damn front gate and let us up in there so they can entertain us. And let's jump in up to episode number 126, honey, of Beyond the Gates. Are you ready? I'm sure it's here ready. Let's go. Well, we are back at the brownstone. I think that's what we all going to call the red door. I call it the red door because y'all see that they have a red door. We're back at the red door. We ain't seen the red door in a long damn time with Smitty and his husband Martin. And so Smitty just hung up the phone with somebody telling somebody, honey, if you ever need a favor, you just let me know. All right, all right. So Martin comes home, and the first thing he tells his husband, Smitty says to Martin, say, damn, baby, you look like hell. Long hours debating appropriations. And so he has been on the hill fighting for us, y'all. Although we ain't never seen Martin in the fucking office, yeah, he be up there fighting for us. And he says, as per usual, your powers of deduction remain unmatched. As always, we love Martin. So they're trying to find out more information about Chelsea. So it looks like Smitty has some type of colleague that can, find out about Allison's old crazy ass background. So hopefully Smitty can share with us, some tea about this Allison chick. Martin said exactly what the fuck we was saying. He says, I wish that your colleague would have came fucking through before we used all of that shit from Joey Armstrong. Y'all didn't even need him. Y'all didn't need Joey. You really did. Well, you kind of sort of did for the address, but then you went over to the address and you didn't see anything. But, he was able to look in her damn storage and found a shrine to Chelsea. Oh, to Chelsea and then that crazy bitch. But yeah, now Martin is indebted to Joey. So whatever Joey wants to do in that fucking town, he can do it without any type of going back and forward. Smitty was like, yeah, man, we indebted to the guy. And so Martin told him, maybe he will write it off as a good deed. And Smitty was like, fuck that. Nah, he ain't doing that shit. No chance. Smitty says that nigga got a ledger in his head longer than the damn Constitution. Damn. And Smitty was like, and eventually that nigga's going to eventually want to cash in that favor. And Martin with his old optimistic ass talking about if and when he comes knocking, I'll just deal with it. Man, I hope you're ready when he comes knocking, bro. He said, but now I'm dealing with more pressing issues, he tells Smitty. And Smitty was like, well, such as? He was like, my parents are getting a divorce. Oh, child, we are back at the palace. Ted is growing some nuts, y'all. He told damn Nicole that you are using Chelsea's ordeal. She's like, nigga, I know you just didn't say that shit to me. He says, well, that's a convenient way for you to push me away from your family while your family circles wagons all around your ass. She says, you are reaching so far, you might just actually pull something, Ted. Damn. I didn't get the read, but I've got it right after the words came out of my mouth. He better reach and pull something. Damn. He says the second that I do something to help this fucking family, you bury that shit. And so I got to stay in the damn doghouse. Wow. He's pissed. Like, I think that they're going to take Ted down a mean path. I'll be wrong though. They're going to take him down a mean, I don't give a fuck path. And yeah, I don't know if he going to be Mr. Nice Guy no more. You have some nerve. Some genuine world-class award-winning nerve. Go ahead, Nicole. Child, the family just standing there looking. Ain't nobody trying to stop. Break in the middle of them. Anita, Vernon, and Danny just standing there, let her do it. So she continues on and says, okay, all right. You pull some slick move to con your baby mammy out of moving across the street from my peoples. The fucking same baby mama that you brought into our lives, but I digress. You need applause, nigga? Here you fucking go. Ladies and gentlemen, Ted Richardson, the master manipulator, who finally uses his powers for good, honey. She's showing her ass, honey. And she needed this breakdown, and she needed an audience, and her family is the perfect audience. So she needed to do this. Let's see what else she gonna say. And again, this ain't even before the bop. The bop, honey. If you're new here, the bop is boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I play it every time. Okay, push play, Shar. He was like, I can't win with you, huh, Nicole? She said, oh, no. Maybe we should throw his ass a parade, baby, or name a street after him. Ooh. She said, how is Bare Minimum Boulevard sound? Woo. Well, he has been doing the bare minimum. I mean, fuck the flowers, nigga. What else you can do? I mean, I know you wrote a song. Let's see if this song. I mean, this bullshit that they're going through right now, I can't see where this song of his is going to fit in. But all right, I mean, we'll see. His song is coming out on September 16th. He said so. Well, it's coming out on the 15th on Spotify. So if you want to, cop it, get it. But it's gonna be on the show on 9/16. So we'll see. Ciao, Danny. I vote for Too Little Too Late Lane personally. They look like Danny, please, girl. Danny, hush. All right, this is between them, okay? Just hush. Hush, baby sis, hush. We are all grateful for what you did with Leslie, Nicole says. But that doesn't mean that I owe you anything, nigga. What about the years that we committed to this marriage, huh? Doesn't that mean we owe each other a chance to start again? Huh? That's what he says, honey. He trying to sound all smooth with that damn gold chain wrapped around his throat. Okay, honey, we are at the precinct, honey. So, damn, Chelsea is there with her little cherry, her little cherry keychains. It's cute. It's fuzzy cherries. It's cute. Let me see if I can take a picture of that. Is that a Chelsea cat original? Any pictures that I mention, anything that I mention, I put it in a post. So normally, if you're a newbie here, normally I will put the pictures of each scene throughout the video. But because I have such a busy schedule, look, and I saw your little statement, Ms. Welder. Ms. Welder was like, "That's my boo." She said, "Girl, we don't give a fuck about no damn pictures." Girl, we just want to hear we want to hear you talk. So yeah, honey, I appreciate you, Miss Welder. But if I do mention any like specific pictures or things that I like, I will take a picture of it and put it on my post on my wall. So if there's a weird face or situation or outfit, I'll just put it on my wall and you'll see it there. But yeah, Miss Welder, girl, you had me cracking the fuck up. I was at rehearsal just dying. That's why I love y'all so much. Like, girl, we don't give a fuck about no damn pictures. You ain't say it like that, but that's how I read it, honey. That's what. Thank you, Miss Welder. Okay, back to the show. So, damn, Jacob was like, Chelsea. She's like, do you understand what I fucking been through? I spent days with no real voice of my own, you motherfucker. And I got something to say to that bitch, and I'm not leaving here until I get my message across. He says, okay, but keep your hands to yourself. Crazy ass Allison talking about, or don't. Jacob said, shut the fuck up. She wants that bitch to put her hands on her. Ooh, when I tell you, Brianna, girl, again, I gave you an applause the other day. I just saw that she posted something on her IG. She's so good. She's so good. I mean, TikTok, she's so good. So he looks at Chelsea and says, finish what the fuck you need to say, girl. I know you think you won some moral victory, that you broke me. You didn't. You are nothing but a footnote, bitch, in my story. I'm going to go on with my life and thrive, and you are going to rot in the fucking cell like the crazy, unhinged, pathetic excuse for a human being you are. Allison was like, oh, girl, I know you'll thrive. In fact, I'm counting on it. Sometimes the drama finds you, but sometimes you find the drama. Girl, you spoke a word right there, honey. Yes, you do. Content is the content, and your girl stays ready. I guess that's something that Chelsea said. Ooh, child, them marks around your neck. I tell you, Chelsea choked the shit out of her with them damn chains, baby. And they did good with that makeup around her neck. Really good. Chelsea said, what did you just say, bitch? And then Allison was like, yeah, those are words from your Instagram live last month. Yeah. Wow. And yeah, what was your engagement that day? Yeah, like 50,000 likes or 100,000. This is Allison talking, honey. Oh, but baby, I bet you're trending worldwide right now. Don't you try to flip this, bitch. You straight up kidnapped me. How could you possibly think that I wanted any of that shit? I just I just gave you, girl, what you was working so hard to get and keep. That's what Allison tells a girl. I'm gonna have a whole good amount of pictures with this crazy ass heifer with these faces. I don't know who gives the faces now. I thought it was damn Haley and Jacob with them, and who else? Andre. But I think that Allison has them all beat. Shit, Allison said that Chelsea wanted clout. I think that's gonna really cut her back from being an influencer. Bless her heart. We love you, Chelsea. And Chelsea looks shocked. She's like, bitch, you might be right. Bitch, you just might be right, honey. For well, no, Chelsea didn't need no clout. She's a Dupree. I never, ever gave any of my followers the slightest indication that I wanted to be treated like that, you bitch. You're a celebrity, Chelsea. I mean, the only worst thing that anyone could ever do to a celebrity is to ignore their asses. That's true. That's true. Allison, girl, stop making sense, okay? You crazy bitch. She continued on to say, I mean, like your entire act is based off of it, girl. I mean, like those Nate light, late night lives and your get ready with me videos, your confessionals where you pretend to bare your soul just to convince your devoted groupies to hang on to every word, to make them feel like they know you, like they're a part of your life, girl. Chelsea getting mad, honey. She says, that's not true, which is why I chose to do recaps instead of doing like being a influencer. Hell no, fuck that. I mean, I follow a few people and I because I like their lifestyle and I'm not a luxury person, but I like to look at people who do luxury things. So when I am lux, honey, then I know what to look for, not the most popular things, but the things that are not that popular. I love to look for stuff like that. So I do follow a lot of luxury people. Um it can be dangerous to try to share a lot of your life like that because you think that it's okay because one person did it, but the people, the audience, they really do find a connection. Like y'all find a connection with me, right? Don't y'all find a connection with me? Right, damn it. Y'all do. Y'all find a really nice connection with me because I'm relatable. There's either somebody in your family or even yourself or even a friend that has that my type of personality, whether it's the cursing, whether it's the auntie vibe, whether it's the big sis vibes, whether it's the baby, whatever it is, you find that connection with that person. So I get it. I understand it. But you do have one people out there or a few that really take it above the edge. So just so that y'all know, yeah, I share you, drops and pieces and stuff of what's going on as far as my personal regarding, my shows and stuff like that, because you all know that I want to be on the show. But don't ever get it twisted that it's like, oh, look, girl, wait, look, but it can be like that. It just depends. I'm very careful. I'm very careful because I've been burned in the past being too fucking trusting with people. So yeah, I've learned my lesson, baby. I've learned my lesson really, really good. I ain't like that shit no more. I'm very suspicious, probably to a fault, but you have to be, especially in this type of climate, because people take your personality and think that you like this all the time. But then when I cuss your ass out, you be like, wait a minute, I thought you know, you thought, but you don't know, baby. There's a difference between thinking and knowing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me stop it because I don't want to turn nobody off. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's why these videos do so great, because I drop little nuggets in there and y'all be relating, So yeah, you really got to be careful when you show people your whole life, and what you're doing and what you decide to wear and what perfume you're getting. Here I go and I'm here and it's like, no, nigga, no, I'm old, honey. I don't need for y'all to know everything. I'll give y'all drops and pieces of shit. But that's it, honey. I can't let y'all see everything. Like to this day, unless you see me in public with my boyfriend, he is nowhere on my social media. You won't know who he is. And ain't nobody's business who he is, unless, and it's not like I'm trying to share him. It's just my business, mine. If we out in public, you see us, yeah, you'll see us. Those who know, they know exactly who he is. And he's on my channel. He is a subscriber too. He be reading these comments. But other than that, no, I don't do all that. And my children too. You'll see my children every now and then, but you fuck with them, you fuck with me. All right, back to the show. So again, Chelsea was like, that's not true. And then Allison's like, girl, and then you sell them to whatever you're marketing that week. Yes, I wanted to do that, but I changed my mind because I don't want nobody to be thinking that I'm here for all just coin and selling shit. That's not me anyway. My personality sells. She goes on and says, your clothing, your skincare, the lifestyle, your purses, girl. And how can you resent me for taking your social media come on to their logical conclusion? Total and complete obsession. Damn. Chelsea was like, how dare you? Whispering, honey, just running to want to choke a bitch. And of course, Jacob like, hey, 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 hey. She's like, Jacob, let me go. She was finna yoke that bitch up around that chair, baby. Put that chair around that bitch's neck. And then she continues to say, Allison, congratulations, Chelsea. You made me who I am today, girl. It's you. Your perfect, devoted follower. No, Chelsea says. So they got to drag her out. They got this Barney Fife looking dude in in the background. They had to drag Chelsea out of there. Jacob was like, all right, Chelsea. All right, we're done here. Madison, take her ass out of here now. And so Barney Fife is still standing there looking. His picture will be on my wall. And so right when Chelsea was leaving, that bitch said, and don't forget to post about this, okay? Chelsea, Allison, wow. I know Chelsea's like, I can't believe I fucked this girl. And I did. I fell in love with this crazy bitch. And she has ruined my life. Yeah, girl, you gotta be careful who you meet on the computer, baby. Ooh. Then she do this slide smile. I tell you, go ahead, Brianna. Go ahead, girl. Oh Lord, it's the people we hadn't seen in such a long fucking time, honey. Y'all can tell by the sound of my voice. It's what's her name? I ain't seen this bitch in so long. I forgot her name. Ashley's ass and Derek. And our girl Shanice, we love Shanice. Go ahead. Yeah, we love Shanice, but yeah, you know he can't walk. So he's still doing his PT stuff with Shanice, physical therapy. So Shanice tells him, "All right, girl. I mean, post physical therapy checklist. You know the drill, nigga. You know the drill." So he's in bed. And Ashley's wore some asses there. Her hair is cute today though. She got a little lipstick on. She look all right. They call her rubber lips, if you knew. My rascals calls Ashley rubber lips because her lips are fuller than the norm, white person. I have some white people who subscribes and don't get it twisted. It's she knows. Miss Welder knows. But her lips are very full, and when she's crying and stuff, they really get fuller and they stretch. So it looks a little odd on her, but she's cute nonetheless. She's a really good actress. We hate her, and she's great at being hated. Okay, and him and his guilt trip, honey. He talks about lay it on me. It's not like I have a 5 alarm fire that I have to rush off to. And like y'all already know, if it pops, I will talk. If not, next. So Shanice is just asking, giving him some questions about his pain levels, how he's really feeling. He said his upper body is yelling, screaming because he's having to use a lot of the upper body strength. His lower half is giving him the silent treatment. And while they're standing there talking, Ashley's just dabbing him with this whole big old ass towel because he's sweaty and probably funky and all that other stuff. She's like, well, how hard you're pushing yourself in therapy. Yeah, you deserve. Girl, go ahead, Ashley. We ain't fucking with you right now. Whatever. I mean, I can't believe that you're not going to see results soon. And Shanice is like, we will reassess tomorrow, honey. I mean, don't put that shit in his head because you're making it seem like he's going to get healed like tomorrow. But this is a process. You are not the physical therapist, bitch. I am. And I'm the head nurse, boss. Okay? Stop it, Ashley. She wants to try so bad to outshine Shanice, but she can't. She cannot. She cannot. If you know where that reference, tell me in the chat, in the comments below. Okay, keep going. So Ashley just asks him, does he need anything else? He was like, I just need my legs to work. All right, next scene. We're back at the palace. So Ted is still flat-foot talking to Nicole. Building a life together, all right? Does that count for anything now, honey? Nicole is like, no. Ooh, she says those years are exactly why I don't owe your ass nothing. Honey, you cashed in those chips the moment that you decided that my trust wasn't worth honoring. Ooh, girl. I mean, they're going back and forth. They don't see nobody standing there. They have an audience, honey. We're on the TV watching y'all. He talking about one chance, right? One chance to prove that we can weather this, Nicole. I mean, come on. And Bill comes in there, honey. I don't know what the fuck Bill is finna say, but he talking about, bro, I couldn't help but overhear your tit for tat. And Vernon is looking like this motherfucker. What you finna say, honey? You fucked around on your, well, they both did, but ooh, I had some tea that popped up in my chat GPT about some upcoming spoilers. So I'm do a whole separate video about that. But anyway, what you got to say, Bill? He was like, Ted, you my nigga, right? But bro, I know a losing battle when I see one. So shit, Bill reached into his jacket pocket, baby, pulled out his wallet and pulled out a $10 bill and laid that shit on the coffee table. He says, I got 10 on the call. He's a betting man. And Ted was like, wait a minute, man, you serious, nigga? Well, as much as it pains me to agree with Bill on anything, and Lord knows it pains me, front me, baby. So that's Anita. She's supporting Bill. So Vernon said, always. So he reaches into his pocket and pulls out some money. So she's like, front me, baby. So he gives her his. Ooh. She says, I will see your 10 and raise your ass 20. So yeah. Ooh, that's cold, brother. Hey, don't you need a coat now, Ted? And she says, on my daughter. Danny was like, all right, bitch, is we doing this? So Ted was like, no, we ain't doing this shit. Look, this is my marriage. This ain't no fucking Kentucky Derby. Shit, Danny reached in her purse, honey. She's like, oh, I'm in, bitches. I'm in. Danny ignored his ass. She was like, count me in, bitch. Oh, my sissy, Avi. She meant obviously, but Avi. She threw that dollar on the table. No, she probably threw a 20 or a 50. Sorry, Ted, baby, she says. Your ass don't stand a chance. So he just looking at the money, honey. So we're back at the red door, and Martin is continuing to tell Smitty about the divorce. He was like, my mama sound real sure about her decision, but I ain't sure if it was for the best of them either. So Smitty was like, well, I'm sorry that she filed for the divorce, but I'm really shocked as fuck that you seem so upset. So Mark was like, wait a minute, Smitty, I ain't heartless. I mean, why wouldn't I be upset? He was like, honey, I'm sure that you remember that your ass was finna flip a table when Leslie hijacked your parents' anniversary party and outed herself as your daddy's and your pappy's side piece. He was like, look, Mark was like, hey, nigga, you ain't had to tell me twice. I was ready to fuck up the world. And y'all wouldn't even tell me what hotel that nigga was staying in, because if you knew that I knew what fuck he was staying, I was gonna rip his ass in two. But he said, but all that damn rage and darkness, it wasn't because of just my dad's betrayal. It was because of my own. Uh-oh. Well, keep talking, Martin. Smitty and I are listening. He says he has a better handle on his emotions, and Smitty is like, well, I'm really glad that therapy is helping your ass. He said, but I need to understand. So you're telling me that your being upset and your anger issues was misguided because you were about your dad, because you were upset about your own situation? Is that what you're telling me? Like I said, Martin looks so much lighter. He doesn't look as stressed. He doesn't look as overwhelmed. Ever since he was able to let out that secret, he looks so much better. I mean, I see the handsome side of him now. I ain't gonna say the nigga was ugly, but he has a softer, more calmer look, and I like this about him. I really do. He was like, look, that's only a part of it, Martin says. He was like, look, as pissed as I was at my pappy about what the fuck he did with my mom and the fact that she kicked his ass out, he said, I sure as hell didn't want them to divorce. He was like, especially since I know that we in the same boat. So Smitty is like, so you're saying this is about us? So he's hold his hand. Martin was like, look, baby, I kept secrets from your ass, just like my pappy did my mammy. And you kicked my ass out the house just like she did him. And I sure as hell don't want your ass divorcing me. Look, baby, I love you, Smitty, more than anything in this fucking world. And I don't want to lose you. Ever. Ooh, they kissing. This just might be my thumbnail. Tongue and all, baby. Tongue and all. I mean, Smitty got his hands all wrapped around his husband's head, baby, and tongue. They biting on each other's lips and shit. I mean, yeah, and I'm not uncomfortable watching this. It looks so natural because you see that they really love each other. Like I like to see Madison and Chelsea kiss too. I think it's so sweet. I think it's very, very sweet. And you could tell that they've been hungry for this type of affection for one another. So kiss, y'all, kiss. So Smitty pushes his ass away. What are we doing, Martin? Martin was like, shit, I'm trying to fuck my husband. Well, he says, I'm trying to make love to my husband, but y'all know my mouth. He says, Martin. Smitty says, Martin's like, look, I want us back. Look, every fucking morning I wake up reaching out for someone who ain't there, you know. Smitty was like, it's been a long time. Whew. But, and Martin was like, no fucking buts, all right? He puts his hand on his chest. No buts. I could say something right there, but I'm not. He just looking him in the eyes. He's like, I miss you, nigga. I miss us. He grabs Smitty's other hand and said, don't you miss us too? Yeah, you miss us. Smitty didn't say shit. He just started kissing him again, baby. Of course. Shit. Y'all know when y'all be going through that. And shit, you missed that thing. So he gave him one more kiss, and then Smitty kind of walked away. Martin was like, damn, I thought that we was finna kick it. So Smitty turns around, baby, and he hands out that hand, baby. He said, come, come, come. Literally and figuratively. Martin was like, really? Okay, let's do it. Then they traipse up the stairs, baby. Clippity, clippity, clock, clock, cock, cock. Oh, okay. We actually showing them. Okay. I thought they was gonna cut, back. But we showing them getting undressed and stuff. Okay, let's see how this love scene is gonna go. All right. All right, they both got their shirts off, y'all. Well, I told y'all don't tell me, but wow, I wasn't expecting this. All right. Are they gonna I don't think they're gonna show positions, but yeah, push play, Char. Shut the fuck up and push play. Child, Martin sticking out tongues and licking lips and shit. Y'all better be in this character. I think they both are part of the community. I believe they are. Okay, so they turned around and then they just panned to the wall. Okay, all right, but we already know what's going to happen. Yeah, we all know. Where the cheering at? So now Naomi, if Naomi ain't never nowhere else, she's gonna be over at the palace. So we back at the palace, so she comes over there, and she's talking about, well, honey, I was just on a work call, and I just heard every fucking thing. And she says, sorry, Uncle Tad, family fucking first. So she comes in there with a damn $100 bill between her fuck you finger and her pointer finger, and she throws that shit on the coffee table. And Nicole has the biggest smile on her face, like, see, nigga? You lose, loser. So she says, speaking of family, I need to take on my ass over to the station to check on Jacob to make sure that Allison's ass is properly booked and that her crazy ass hasn't rubbed off on him. Nah, I doubt that, girl. So Bill was like, well, make sure you thank him for us. And so Danny was like, girl, I'll walk you out because I need to go check on Chelsea anyway. Yeah. Bill says, should he come with her? With Danny? Danny was like, I should go alone, nigga. We don't want to crowd her. And Naomi is looking at her like, nigga, we just talked yesterday. Go to your wife. Why are you over here anyway? Go home to Haley. What? I mean, I have some spoilers for y'all. I'm definitely gonna do a video on some spoilers, or just a short video. Although y'all really don't like my short shit, unless it's like some juicy shit. But I'm gonna drop it later today. But y'all like this long form shit. But yeah, Naomi was like, nigga, we just talked. Go home to your wife. Yeah. So before Danny leaves, she looks at her mammy and says, Mother, I'm sure that you will keep us apprised of this situation, okay? And Anita was like, of course I will. Talking about the Ted Nicole bet that's on the table. I mean, he's already losing anyway. So they leave out, and Vernon was like, now correct me if I'm fucking wrong. Now, this is not technically a wager if there's no opposition, right? My thing is this. Are they as tough on Bill as they are on Ted, or because this is fresh? Y'all break it down for me. Help me understand. Sometimes I really pretty much understand shit. But I want y'all to help me understand this. Is it because if Leslie wasn't so crazy and full of shit, maybe it would be different? Maybe. But what is it? What is it with their relationship between Bill and Ted? Why are they supporting Nicole's divorce? Although they didn't like Bill, but they are definitely, well, he's proven himself to be pretty solid with the Dupree, so I get that. I get it. But maybe y'all see something that I don't see. I don't know. I know they're going to support their daughter. I think that they wish that it didn't happen, and they wish that she would stay married. But y'all tell me. All right, push play, Shar. So Vernon acting like, well, I mean, I can't remember the term. The term escapes me. When there's no opposition. What's the term again? Nicole says, a unanimous vote of no confidence. Is that what it is, Dad? Bill says, I believe the vaguest term for this shit is called dead money. Ted with his high mighty ass talking about you people. Anita says, you people. He said, you heard me. Yes, you fucking people. That's what he said, Ted. He said, yes, the Duprees. Yeah, y'all niggas stick together no matter what, huh? Yeah. Even when the shit make no damn sense. It's like you're part of some damn exclusive club. If you're not born a fucking Dupree, then you're just an outsider trying to crash the party, huh? That fucking Ted said, you want to play? That's fine. He looked in his fucking wallet, baby. And that motherfucker laid 100 on the table. let's play, niggas, let's play. He turned around and looked at Nicole. She just looking at him like, my pussy wet. My kitty cat is saying, meow, meow, meow. Wow. Anyway, we're back to Ashley and Derek, honey. Yeah. We're going to go through this and see what they talking about, honey, about his legs. So she just tells him it's not his legs that are the problem, but it's in his fucking head. He has this hero complex, and he was like, yes, you're right. I just love helping people, blah, blah, blah. I'm the hero. Yeah. He talks about like he wants to really impress her now more than ever. Nigga, that you need to impress yourself. Don't walk because of her. Walk because of you. So we're at the guest house, and so Danny comes over there. Chelsea, Madison, what the fuck are y'all? What's going on? So Chelsea and Madison comes in, honey, and so you can tell that Chelsea is pissed. And so Danny was like, "Your ass went to see Allison, didn't you?" Danny was like, "When I got here and then I didn't see y'all asses, I knew right away." So you hear Chelsea's phone kind of chirps. And so Madison tells Chelsea, just turn that shit off, okay? So Chelsea throws the phone down and she's like, what is wrong with us? Danny was like, I don't understand, baby. What? Why do we need the likes so bad? The views, the followers? Why do we try so damn hard to make people feel like they're a part of our lives and then act shocked when they actually believe it? Danny was like, we? Chelsea's like, you are a model? I mean, you built this whole career based off your looks. Every magazine cover, every runway show. I mean, you were selling the fantasy too. Danny was like, well, honey, the internet wasn't what it is today, boo. It's different. And I didn't have social media to contend with. But you had fans. People who thought that they knew you because they saw you strutting down the runway in a bikini. And they thought they had the right to your time, your body. Danny was like, look, baby girl, let's sit down. The cameras were rolling, the lights were on, and that part of me belonged to the public. That fucking part of me, okay? But the second my ass stepped off that runway, no one got access to my real life unless I chose to give it to them, which I just said earlier, didn't I? Right. There was a doorway, honey, and I control who walked through that shit. It's not like that anymore, Mom. My door is always open. Every second of every day, they want content. They want authenticity, right? I keep it real, stay connected, show them the real you. And be vulnerable, but be perfect. Be relatable, but aspirational. And I thought I set up boundaries, but somewhere along the line, I must have led Allison on. Oh my God, I could have died because I needed the engagement. Honey, Madison sits down beside her and says, boo, the fault is Allison's, honey, not yours. And then on that little feet couch, Madison's knees is almost to her titas. That couch is so small. I don't know why they make them the little feet on that couch. Look at my post yesterday. You see that little feet? It's not even 2 inches wide with the legs of that damn small ass couch. Madison continues like, girl, that bitch would have been fixated on you if you had 10 followers or 10 million followers. But was she wrong, Chelsea says? Danny was like, of course that bitch was wrong. Do not take responsibility for her fucking delusion. No, Mama. I mean about me being an attention whore. My analytics are higher than ever, and what does that say about me? What did that say about us as a society now that trauma can be turned into content? Yeah, that's true, y'all. Be careful. If you're a content creator, be careful about what you share. That's why I just stick to the stories. I'll drop a little nugget, like I said, about me here and there, But y'all don't know me. You really don't know me. You like me because I'm relatable, but not fully relatable. So, but I do. I care about y'all. I really want everybody. Like when Cynthia was sick, we cared about her. James, when is your birthday? Your birthday is sometime this month, baby. When is the birthday? He went out. Miss Welder, she collects art. Like I know bits and pieces about, all of you guys. Not all of you, but most of you who talk. So, and I really love that. And you know bits and pieces about me. So, it's good to have that balance, but I know y'all ain't gonna tell me all about y'all shit, and I can't do that to y'all either because I wouldn't have nothing left for myself to enjoy. So even if you're a content creator and you're out there, just be careful about what you share. This is a really deep message in this whole thing. And again, I told y'all earlier that she had mentioned that the character Chelsea would go through a huge shift this summer, and it's going to really change her. And we see it. We definitely see it. Well, we're back at the hospital, and Ashley tells Derek about what he said about him wanting to better himself for her. Well, I mean, that's really, really sweet, Derek. Whatever. If it pops, I'll talk. If not, next. All right, through with their scene. We're back at the palace, and so Anita's picking up all the money. She says, "Any more money on Tad, other than himself, of course." Ted with his feelings, honey. He's like, "Fuck y'all. I'm walking out. Screw this shit." So Bill was like, "Man, come on now. Stop being so fucking sensitive, Dad. Damn. I mean, can't you take a little family fun?" This is while Ted is walking out, so he turns around. Ooh, Ted said, "Fuck you, Bill. Fuck all of y'all." No, he said, "The hell with you, Bill, and the hell with all of y'all." But y'all know how my mouth is. Ted, watch it. You still got some hope. Even if y'all divorced, you still can work y'all way. I am working my way back to you, babe, to the burning love inside. Oh, I'm working my way back to you, babe. Repeat at the inside. Let it slip away. Yeah, y'all. Who sang that? I bet y'all don't know that. My people from our 64s and up, y'all know who that is. Y'all tell me in the comments below who it is. Ted, you fucking yourself bad, bro. He goes on and says, "I made one fucking mistake during the trying time of my marriage to this woman. After that, I dedicated myself to being a loving husband to your daughter, a doting father to your grandchildren. For the better part of 3 fucking decades, I showed up for this fucking family. And yet you paint me with the same paintbrush that you paint Bill with." Bill said, "Hey, no. Who divorced your daughter and dumped her ass for a younger model and never looked fucking back." Ooh. When Ted gets on that damn reading road, baby, or the reading road, nigga, it's hard to pull him back. When he did that when he told Nicole to get off her pedestal. Ever since then, whenever he gets on that reading, oh my God, he just goes deep. That nigga don't give a fuck. His daughter's best friend, no less. Yeah. Ooh. Bill was like, "Wait a minute, nigga. I'm gonna let that fucking shit slide. Cause your feelings is hurt right now. I'm just gonna let it slide." Nicole just turned around and walked away. Cause it's the truth. Okay, they got a whole long version of this fucking jacket that Anita is wearing. Oh my God, I need that jacket in my life. Oh my God, I bet you that shit is like $300. I'm taking a picture of it so y'all can see. Oh, it's floor length. I love me a good floor length duster, baby. Dust, Anita, dust, bitch. Dust, honey. Ooh, I need to find out where she get that, where that is. Ooh. You'll see the pictures on my post. Ooh, that thing is noise. Okay. Bill continues like, "You better watch yourself, Nick." Then Ted was like, "And then had the audacity to rub it in their faces, showing off your fucking new bride like the fucking trophy wife she is." Man, Bill was like, "You lost your mind, nigga." Vernon had to hold Bill back, baby. He did lose his mind. Ted is gone. He might as well go ahead and be with Leslie so they could be a diabolical couple together. Because, after he just done laid them out, that song that's coming out next week, maybe that's something that's going to appear in his dreams. Because it ain't nothing that's going to happen in reality. He going to be having a dream about that shit. Got to. Because I can't see how in the fuck he going to work his way back into her good graces, or definitely not the Duprees. Vernon was like, "Look, just let him get it out." He's let him get it out. That's true. Let him get it out. And then Ted continues and says, and Bill, nigga, you humiliated Danny's ass. He humiliated all of y'all asses. But here he stands, eating your fancy cookies and drinking your tea. God, he sounds like Leslie. This is something that Leslie would say. Like, all is fucking forgiven while I'm the one insulted and mocked. So he looks at Nicole and tells her, like, look, you tell Chelsea that I'm so sorry for what happened to her. And if there's anything you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't tell her. I will tell her myself that I'm her uncle forever. Now, why would he look at Nicole to tell her that and not Bill? Because Bill, that's her pappy. And I will love her forever, he tells Nicole, no matter what some court rules. That damn Bill. After Ted leaves, Bill talk about, oh, I guess we heard some... I guess we heard somebody's feeling so bad that he had to throw a hissy fit. Nita started laughing. I mean, Nicole says it's not funny and walked out. So we're back at the guest house. So all of them got on some version of purple and pink. I love it. Danny tells her daughter, girl, you trying to build a career is not an invitation for violence, okay? It's really not. No. Some psycho bitch, honey, decided that your content was all about her ass. That's not on you, honey. But what if Allison's right? She's not. Being visible, girl, ain't a crime, Chelsea, okay? So Danny looks at Madison and is like, Doctor, what do you prescribe? Madison said food, sleep, and someone to hold her really tight when the nightmares come. Oh, hey, y'all know I always say what? I love Madison. Danny was like, okay, girl, so I assume that you can handle that. And Madison's like, yeah, don't worry, honey, I got her. Mama says, I love you, Chelsea. Your whole family loves you, okay? Just promise me that you'll call if you need us. Can you do that for me? So Chelsea nods her head and she said, okay, sweetie. So Danny leaves in her purple, that bad off the shoulder purple jumpsuit. So now, baby, we're back at the precinct and this crazy heifer is humming. Here comes the fucking bride. Jacob looks at her as he says, really? She's like, what? Was I bothering you? Silly me, I was just getting carried away with wedding thoughts. I didn't realize I was doing it. And so she started whistling. I can't whistle. He was like, bitch, you really want to play this game? That's what he said. She was like, I mean, nigga, I thought it was the humming that you didn't like. Is there a list of approved musical expressions that I should be aware of? Let me break this shit down to you, bitch. You're humming, annoying. You whistling, annoying. You, bitch, extremely annoying. She said it helps me concentrate, honey. Keeps my mind focused in stressful situations. And I find being separated from my wife very fucking stressful. You need to concentrate on finding yourself a fucking lawyer because you're about to be arraigned, bitch. And trust me, you're going to need all the legal help you can get, he says. Oh, look. Here comes my lawyer now. This is Naomi walking in there. Do you think that her sister is actually gonna uh represent your crazy ass? Hell fucking no. And Jacob is looking at Naomi. He's like, bitch, you what? She better not be representing her. I'm got this thing on pause. Naomi, bitch, you better not be representing that crazy heifer. And you're just here in the nick of time, she says. This is what Allison says. Jacob walks up to Naomi. He's like, tell me now you're not representing this bitch. And Naomi was like, honey, has hell frozen over, honey? No. No, I'm here to make sure that they throw every fucking book in the Banneker Law Library at your ass. Allison was like, wait a minute. You don't want to be my lawyer? What could possibly make you think I could ever represent you? Chelsea is my sister, and I am your sister-in-law. Isn't that what the Duprees are about? Taking care of their own? Shit. All right, we're back at the guest house, and Madison gives her boo some chamomile tea with extra honey, just like how Chelsea likes. So Madison is like, girl, did you even eat? I mean, did that girl even feed you while you was there, honey? So Chelsea says, well, ironically, Allison was a pretty attentive host. She researched all my favorite foods on my socials and planned this elaborate feast. And then there was the wedding cake, and Madison's like, "Oh, girl, the wedding cake, honey." She put on this whole production of her cutting it right before she tried to consummate our marriage. Madison is like taken aback because you all know what that means. Because clearly Chelsea did not want her in that way. So you know what that means. So we're back at the red door, baby, and we see Smitty and Martin still kissing. I guess the afterglow because they got their clothes back on. So while Smitty has his hair messed up and he stops kissing Martin, and Martin was like, "What the fuck's wrong?" He was like, "Well, the kids could be back at any minute." And I'm like, I was thinking the same thing. So Martin was like, "Man, ain't no worries. I mean, Tyrell is at college prep, and Samantha is at the movies with Keisha. You know, I mean, we do got the place to ourselves for at least another hour." So Martin tries to kiss him on his neck, and so Smitty's like, "Look, Martin, stop." And Martin was like, "Okay, I got you. I can take a hint. I got you. He said, "But I mean, when you did your thing like that, I mean, you can't blame a man for wanting seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, seats." So y'all know that Martin's been sleeping on the couch, so he taking his pillow and the blankets, honey, and so starting to gather them up. So Smitty was like, "What the fuck you doing?" And so Martin was like, "Just taking my shit upstairs." Smitty was like, "Okay, why the fuck would you do that?" And Martin was like, "Ain't it obvious? My couch duty is terminated. I am claiming the bedroom." Smitty was like the hell you is? Fuck that. Uh-oh. So we are back at the palace. So Nicole tells her family that maybe we were a little too hard on him. You can see Anita looking like, Nicole continues and says, like, "Don't get me wrong now. I'm still mad as fuck at his ass. But he did make some decent points." So you see Bill is like bullshit, and Vernon has a look of empathy and sympathy and yeah, on his face. So Bill was like, "You mean me being the villain of this family?" And Anita was like, "Well, if the Ferragamo fits, baby." The great brand, honey. If you ever go thrifting, you find some good Ferragamo shoes, keep them or sell them. Sell them on eBay for a good price. Sergio for Ferragamo. Like I said, I like luxe things, and I'm always looking at things and men's stuff. They're like more like shoes. Ferragamo is a very, very luxury brand. Yeah. Okay. Anita, girl, you better read. Bill don't give a fuck. He was like, "Well, I guess I deserve that. I'm just upset that I ain't went under this cash laying on this table. Y'all run me that. Shit. That's about $500 on that table." Anita was like, Hold up, nigga. Are you the banker now?" Bill was like, "Wait a minute, I'm just safeguarding, that's all." Somebody got to be the responsible adult in this room, Bill says, and he folded that fucking money up and put it in his pocket. And Vernon was like, "Well, that will be a fucking first." So we hear the door close, and so that's Danny coming back from the guest home. And so Bill asks her, "How's Chelsea?" Danny was like, "She took her ass to the station to see Allison." Bill was like, "I wish she wouldn't have done that, honey. That woman's carved enough scars in our baby's life." Danny says that that ain't the worst of it. Chelsea somehow has it in her head that this whole nightmare of some bullshit is her fault. "That's absolutely ridiculous," Vernon says. And um Danny says, "I told her that, honey, but I'm just hoping Madison can talk some sense into her head, honey." So Danny was like, "Wait a minute, where the fuck is Ted? What did I miss?" "More of the same," he says. "We gave him a hard time. He held his own, released some tension." That's what Anita says. She says she can use some of that right now to release some fucking tension. "Call Andre." She sits right beside Bill and puts her hand on his leg, and he puts his hand on her back. And Vernon and Anita looking like, what the fuck? Okay, what type of universe is we in? We got Danny and Bill on the same team. Nicole and Ted is fussing. Chelsea don't want to be no model no more. And what the fuck's going on? We're back at the hospital with Derek and Ashley, and he's trying to get rid of her. You know, there's somebody probably coding in ER right now. "Oh, Derek, are you trying to get rid of me? I mean, never. I just blah blah blah." Like I said, if anything pops, baby, you know I'm going to talk. And you notice I ain't talk much about them this episode. This might be a short video. Push play, Shar. So she was reaching over him, and then she fell on his legs, and she was like, "Oh, Derek, I'm so sorry. Did you?" He's like, "Nah, all good." So she fell on his legs. Okay. So he was like, being paralyzed is a silver lining. It's not like I can feel anything down there anyway. She's like, well, I guess I better get back down to my patients. Okay, wait a minute now. When she walked out, he was touching his legs, and he was like, I think he felt it. I told you that nigga's gonna fake that paralyzation shit, if that's a word, just so that she can be around him. Because he knows that once he is independent, her legs gonna be them trunks like them tree trunks that Daddy was telling Haley that she had. Ashley's tree trunks is gonna be spread for Andre. So we back at the station, and Naomi tells Allison, "Look, Beady Bead." Cause I know she be wearing wigs, but them beady beads on the back, honey, is like popping. I took a picture that will be on my wall if you want to see it. Beady beads, for those of you are of any other persuasion out there, is when we black women, we have we call it the kitchen, which is the nape of the neck, and if we don't have a perm, if that hair is a little bit more tightly coiled and curled than normal, then we call it beady beads. It ain't nothing offensive. If I ain't have no stuff going on in my head would have beady beads. We know, girls, you can embrace your beady beads, or you can straighten them out, or you can let your hair cover it, when you have a wig. We have the beady bead crew. Who part of the beady bead crew? Me. And for the last fucking time, bitch, you and Chelsea ain't married. Not in this life or the next one, bitch. Tell her, Naomi. Our ceremony was completely legit. And Naomi was like, bitch, not when one person is chained to a damn bed, girl. What fucking part of kidnapping and false imprisonment, bitch? Do you not understand? My thing is like, is there a big magnet in Fairmont Crest that just like attracts all these crazy ass people? And there must be some big damn horseshoe magnet that is pulling all these crazy ass people to Fairmont Crest. I swear they crazy. Leslie and her, I ain't never seen this type of crazy before. Ooh, that bitch looked at her sister and said, oh, but she looks so pretty when she's tied up. Ooh. Damn, Naomi was like, how about I whip your delusional ass so hard that your ancestors can feel that shit? Don't touch her, Naomi. Get her, Jacob. Please hold her tight. Naomi threw her purse down, and Jacob's, hey. Naomi was like, bitch, you think those handcuffs are tight, bitch? Just wait until you feel my fucking hands around your neck. Barney Fife is still back there in the background, baby. So he had to pull her back. He's like, hey, baby, she's just trying to get under your skin. That's all. You know better than that, okay? And Naomi, look, go get some water. Take a breather, all right? Okay? That's what Jacob tells her. Naomi was like, you're right. Her sorry ass ain't worth it. So we're back at the greenhouse. I mean, I keep calling that damn thing the greenhouse, the guest house with Chelsea and Madison. So Madison's like, wait a minute. So she actually performed some kind of twisted ceremony and expected you to carry it out all the way. So you can tell that Chelsea's a little uncomfortable. So Madison can see that. She's like, look, girl, you don't have to talk about it. Talk about it if you want to. If you don't want to, I'm here no matter what. Girl, never feel that you have to go in deep with the details, okay? I'm just happy that you're here, you're safe, especially after everything you've gone through, boo. Chelsea is like, Carol, yeah, I can imagine all of the thoughts that are going through your head right now. So whatever you imagining, girl, in your head, yeah, it was really so much more worse. Damn. What Allison did was monstrous. I mean, what she tried to do to us? I mean, that's what kept me up at night. She didn't just try to take my body. She tried to destroy something sacred. Oh, Madison says, girl, I should have found you sooner. Chelsea says, knowing that you were out there, knowing that you wouldn't stop looking for me, and that meant everything. So Madison is crying. She's like, it wasn't enough to stop Allison from trying to. She's like, no, listen to me. Look, I don't want you to say it, okay? You don't have to say it. It wouldn't change what I feel about you. And Chelsea was like, and I really do appreciate that, boo. But I need to say it, and you need to hear it. I did not sleep with Allison. I would never. Girl, you did before. That's not funny, but she did. Shit. Madison gets it. She's like, look, it sounds like to me that Allison wasn't giving your ass much of a choice. Chelsea was like, nope, that bitch wasn't. And even when she had me chained and she was threatening, I knew I knew that I couldn't give in. I knew. I knew that I'd had to save myself for you. Okay? Oh, they give each other a hug. Damn, we back at the red door. So Martin tells Smitty, look, I mean, after what we just did, baby, I just assumed. So Smitty was like, wait a minute, after just because we fucked, everything's fixed? No. Martin was like, well, I mean, kinda. I mean, we haven't really been together in any sort of sense of the word since you asked me to leave. So, and then you all of a sudden invited me to sleep on the couch, and then we connected again. And I mean, don't that even mean that we finding our way back to each other? You're damn petty, Smitty. Sure, but what happened upstairs ain't no automatic reset button. Come on now, Smitty. Damn, you hard. You more like Nicole than Martin is. Shit. And it's not a promise that everything's okay now, he tells Martin. Martin said I was making love to my husband because I love you. Smitty was like, well, I love you too. Martin was like, I don't get it. Explain to me why on one hand you're giving and on the other hand you're taking it away. Damn, Smitty was like, what I'm saying, Martin, is that I love you, but I don't know if I can trust your ass. So Martin was like, well, if you don't love me, what did he say? Let me see that again. He says, if you can't trust my ass, then why did you sleep with me? Smitty was like, needing your ass and trusting your ass is two different damn things. You lied to me for years. The people knew, even some perfectly strangers knew about your secrets. I ain't no shit. Martin, I'm your husband. I'm supposed to be your safe place, baby. Martin, Smitty, I told you I didn't want. We took vows, okay? In good and in bad. That's what Smitty tells him. It's an interesting picture of Smitty, so I'm going to have to take that. Martin says he kept those vows, and Smitty was like, wait a minute, did you? I saw you suffer through nightmares, drenched in damn sweat. I saw you carry this burden all those years by yourself, all the while pulling away from me. Martin, again, I didn't want to burden you with that. And Smitty was like, and that was a choice you made that excluded me. That compounded with all the lies. Martin, nigga, you lied to me so many times. And even when our entire family was in danger, you couldn't even tell me the truth. And now I don't know if I can ever trust you to give me that. Okay, drama Martin. Okay, fine. The next time that I accidentally ill someone on the side of the road, I'll make sure I call your ass first. Shit. Martin, come on now. Smitty was like, that ain't funny, dude. And Martin was like, I wasn't trying to be funny. I'm just trying to figure out what you want. I can't change what happened, and I can't go back and make a different choice, baby. That's what Martin tells Smitty. So tell me, how do I earn your trust back? Martin continues to say, I know I messed up. I know I fucked up. And I should have told you the truth the moment that it happened. I told myself time and time again that I was protecting you and the kids, but there was more. He said he felt ashamed. So, Smitty was like, all right, keep talking. He said he let himself be victimized. Even with all this power and all these connections, I still lost control when it mattered the most. Wow. He said a part of himself was scared if he really found out what happened, that he would definitely see him differently. Wow. Smitty was like, so you're telling me that you didn't trust me to love all of you, even those parts that you were ashamed of. Wow. And he's saying, I can't trust you now. At least in the ways that I need to. Wow. So they didn't even have trust toward each other. That's good. That's real good, Smitty. Martin says, I get it. I do. But I need for you to tell me, how can we get back? Okay. Smitty didn't lie. He didn't say it was impossible. He just said it's just gonna take some time. Which it can. You can't just think that everything is gonna be chill and y'all gonna be back in the bed together. Y'all were missing that lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey-dovey. Yeah, y'all wanted that. Your body misses what it misses. But that don't mean it changes anything. So I get it. So Smitty was like, until then, your ass is sleeping on the couch, and we should probably mind ourselves around the kids too. I don't want to get their hopes up like I did yours. Wow, Smitty. Ooh. Yeah. Smitty takes his ass upstairs and leaves Martin on his bed, aka the fucking couch. So we're back at the palace, and so Danny and Bill have moved from the couch over to the love seat, so they're checking their phones. And so Bill was like, I guess I better get back home. Haley is expecting me. I guess I've been MIA longer than expected. Yeah, nigga, you think? Danny tells him, well, you better go then. I'll walk you out. I don't think that Danny is looking at him in this light. I don't think that they're like normally when it comes to Danny and you know how she feels about Bill, there's a certain look that she gives by herself. Like she really like melts. For some reason, I just think that she's really seeing him as a friend. I don't she that's what she's reading. This is what she's reading. This is what I'm reading for her. And I think that's how he's seeing her. I think that everybody else is seeing something different. That doesn't mean that nothing will evolve out of this, but I don't think that she's really I don't see the hope in her eyes like she did when he came over there when he was on his cane and whenever she would go to the hospital to check up on him and stuff. I don't see the hope. I just see that she's his friend. That's what I'm reading. So she says she walks him out. She says she has a million things to do anyway, and so she tells her mom and daddy that she'll, keep them updated on Chelsea. And so Anita says, please let her know we're here for her. And that girl needs all the support that she can get right now. Not now, y'all a little much now, Vernon. Y'all just chilled. She'll tell you when she needs you. She'll call y'all in one by one, just like how y'all visited her in her dreams, honey. She will call you when she needs you. So they both leave. Bill and Danny leave. And so as soon as they leave, they ain't even get out the door yet while Nicole is starting to damn gossip about them. She tells her mom and daddy, well, they seem awfully chummy. Although I guess it makes sense. Crises tend to bring people together. And Anita was like, well, let's just hope that's all it is. Because the last thing we fucking need is for her ass to get hung up on that man again. So they get out to the foyer near the door, so he almost forgot. So he gave Danny her 20 back. And so Danny was like, didn't you forget something else, nigga? He was like, what's that? She says, I didn't see Naomi's money on the table. Shit. He gives her the other 20. He was like, well, yeah, it's nice to see that you have her back. Well, why wouldn't she? That's her mother. He says, especially since she definitely has yours. And so Danny was like, well, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Well, our daughter is concerned that I might be taking advantage of you. And so Danny is looking like, She says, Naomi has nothing to worry about. And she steps up to Bill and says, I'll never let that shit happen again. See, I told y'all. I don't see the hope in her eyes when it comes to him. She's a great actress. I just see that she's just happy that her friend is there, her kid's father is there. If he wasn't there, I think it'll be the same. She wouldn't even be asking where Bill is. He's just there, and she leaned on him, but I don't think it's more than what it is. So she walked out, minding her own fashion business, and he closes the door and looks at her like, damn, I like what she just said. That's exactly what he was looking like. Baby, we back at the station, honey. Naomi sipping on that small cup of water. Why do these people give these small cups of water at these damn places? Like y'all know the water fountain, not water fountain, but water station cups. They so small, honey. I need something bigger. So Jacob comes back and he kisses his wife. Mwah. She says, are you making passes at your workplace now, detective? Child, that ain't the lead. We saw y'all episode 1 all in the bed, rolling Napoleon around, girl. That ain't nothing. That's what I forgot to give you when you walked in, your kiss. Besides, I have to make sure my wife feels appreciated, especially after watching you handle Hurricane Allison. Naomi was like, bitch, just hearing that bitch's name makes my skin crawl. I can't believe that Chelsea dealt with that level of delulu. Well, she's gone now, at least from our immediate space. She's got her public defender, and she's being arraigned as we speak. Naomi was like, hey, can I please be in that fucking courtroom? Because I would love to see her face when they deny her bail. I hope they do. I don't know, girl. Your blood pressure is already through the roof, baby. And I don't need to be explaining to your mammy why her daughter collapsed at an arraignment. And then she says, well, then my fine as wine hubby can just nurse my ass back to health. He was like, or I can throw your ass in a hospital bed next to Derek to keep him some company. She was like, come on. He's like, what? I'll be right by your side, just like how Ashley is with him. And I'll make sure I bring you some of those nasty ass hospital jello cups. Them things is bomb now. If you hungry, shit, don't sleep on them jello cups, baby. They go well, they don't have no sugar in it. Yeah, they nasty. And Naomi was like, girl, ain't it something? even with through all their issues, Ashley is still standing right by his ass. So we're back at the hospital. So we see Shanice and Ashley at the nurse's station. So Shanice was like, "Hey girl, you got a minute, honey? I got something I need to tell you." So Ashley says, "Of course." So Shanice tells her, "Look, before Derek's accident, he and I were getting close." So while they were trying to discuss a relationship, Ashley cuts her off. "Girl, I know, girl, yeah, girl, don't act brand new." Shanice says, "Let me cut you off and finish talking. Just in case you was wondering, all right, bitch? I told his ass straight up, I ain't about to be no stand-in while he's still pining for your ass. That ain't my ministry." So we agreed. We are just friends. She says, was this his decision or yours?" Shanice was like, "Bitch, this is your decision, Ashley. Yours." "Mine," Ashley says. "Girl, I don't want." And Shanice was like, "Girl, that is your man, point blank, period. You push, he falls back. You reach for him, he's there. His whole fucking heart, girl, is sitting right there in your lap. And this seesaw y'all asses got going back and forth, honey, it is wearing my patience thin. Because y'all need to figure that shit out, honey. I'm just letting you know, girl. I'm just here to say that I'm not in it, okay?" Ashley: "Well, I wouldn't want you to do that." Girl, Shanice is like, "Girl, bitch, what? To make you feel better, honey? Child, please. I ain't built to put my joy on the back burner for nobody." Say that, Shanice. Girl, you better say that. Don't put your joy on the back burner for nobody. You are the front burner, baby. She says, "And when it comes to good loving, baby, I want it. Front, center, and with my name all over that shit. Yes. Clear?" Ashley says, "Clear. Good. Speaking of our patient, how's he's doing? Like, really, how's he doing?" She asks Ash. She said, "Well, the fact that I completely like fell all over his fucking legs and I kept apologizing, I feel like a complete piece of shit for apologizing when he can't even feel that shit." "I don't know, girl." Shanice says, "Girl, Ashley, don't beat yourself up, girl. I'm sure Derek knew that it was just a mistake, girl." So Ashley was like, "I just don't want to make it worse, honey. I mean, just calling attention to what he can't feel. Oh my God." Okay, so we back in the hospital room. And he said, "I know I felt something when that bitch fell on me. Come on, Derek." So he tried to move his leg. And so when he said he just got frustrated and he started beating himself on his thighs, that nigga felt something. He sure as fuck did. And that is the end of episode number 126 of Beyond the Gates. Hopefully you had a good time. Yes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box below. Everything that we discussed, baby, whether I'm right, wrong, or indifferent, we are here to have some fun, okay? Oh, which pictures am I going to put on my thumbnail today? I have to figure that out. But I will. It'll probably be the kissing men. You know, why not? Chat. I gotta figure out a good title. I think I have something in mind. Okay. See y'all in the next video and y'all have a good one. Bye.